Welcome back, guys, to another video. We're talking about figs today, so let's get right into it. All right, so what do we got here? Oh man, I've been so busy with the greenhouse. I'm trying to extend it, double up the size of the greenhouse in the back, and I've kind of let things go around here for one disappointing reason, really mainly, but generally I was gonna pull through with my method of growing figs, and it's been a good success in some areas. In other areas it's been very challenging. The weather has not been very cooperative. And in the beginning, some insects, some sapsuckers like sharpshooters, but we're here. We're at the end of the season, almost at the end of the summer. A couple more weeks and things will go back in the 80s. We dipped down and then we went back up to the mid 90s. So we've had like a little bit of a cooler and then very stressful high heat right after that. So that's not cool for most trees. They don't like that kind of they don't like these swings, so they suffer a little bit. Now when that happened, I realized that some of my trees have started suffering extra. Now I've kept the soil moist, I've been feeding them, I've been weeding, so I know they don't have a whole lot of competition, and I know they got water, and I know they got moisture, and there's not a lot of pests messing with them above ground. Okay, see where I'm going with that? And if you're a fig grower that grows figs in ground, you already know where this video is going. Unfortunately, I got root knot nematodes everywhere here. I did not realize that my soil is so infected with that. It's not just about the figs, but over there, let me show you. But yeah, look at this. Look how bad it is. Isn't that sad? I pulled one plant over there, I put it in the pot, and I realized, because I saw that one plant was struggling the most. I pulled it out, and there it is. Massive infestation. Now here we got the my tomato. See, I just plucked these out of the ground. They're just expired. All my tomatoes over there that I had in the ground, they were also heavily infested. Let me see if I can get you. There you go. There's this root ball. Yeah, see? Now, to those of you that are not familiar with this, these bumps right here, it's like tumors, you know? Gulls, whatever you want to call them. It's not so bad with my tomato, and I tell you why. Because I'm onto something here. Let me see if I can. I just want to show you something like a good one. Anyways, it's in here, but you see where I'm going with this. A lot of people struggle with that. I was gonna burn all of this, so a lot of people struggle with root knot nematodes, especially in Florida. You know, in the South, usually if you have sandy soil, if it's nice and moist, they're in it. Probably, I don't know. I'm not an expert in all of the region around here, but I'll tell you, in my specific scenario, I have them, and I have them bad, really bad. Now, if you're a newcomer and you didn't know, I have about 13 varieties growing here, and I have some are clones of similar varieties that I have around, and some are unique, like the Desert King and Olympian, and I probably have like a couple that are. This is Celestial. Yeah, so I have a couple that are just, you know, just singular. There's one in numbers. I didn't multiply them because I was testing them, and others I multiplied, like this white honey Italian fig. And we have one good fig right here. Get this ant out of there. And I have to be very careful with the sap right here. This sap is horrible on my skin. It really hurts bad. But there it is. It's looks like, get out of here. It's wasps. There you go. It's a nice ripe fig right here. This is Italian white honey. Or Italian honey, that's what they call them, I think. And it tastes like honey. Wow, it's pretty good. It's fantastic. Tastes really good. This is my oldest. Okay. Now, as we go along with this video, I'm going to talk to you about what I'm planning on doing around here as far as fixing this problem. And there's a lot that you can do to fix it. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Now, let me finish this baby right here. I think I have another one over there. Let me see. I think this is a clone of that. Why? Yeah, yeah, it is. Okay. Identical leaves. Now, if you didn't know this, if you have root knot nematodes in the ground, even the size of the leaves is going to be impacted. They're smaller than the one over there, which I believe is slightly intact. See the size of the leaf? This plant here is unbelievable. Like if you want a really nice fig, you know, this Italian white, Italian honey, it's incredible. Such a beautiful, aggressive, high producer, you know. So since I found out recently about all this root knot nematode problems, I kind of let go. As you can see, I haven't been doing my pruning. I got so disappointed. I'm honestly like heartbroken and kind of crushed inside. I'm used to these things happening as far as, like, you know, challenges and issues that nature presents to us growers, you know. And but you know, this is at the end of the season. I was so excited to get the whole bunch, you know, get to eat a whole bunch of figs. I love figs. They're one of my favorite fruit. But you know, there it is. So I showed you that Italian honey white, or Italian white honey. I'm not sure what they call them. I forgot. But this variety right here, I'm not sure what it is. I believe it's the yellow long neck. But I was kind of getting excited to see if I can harvest some figs and start tagging them, because I lost track. I have like 40-50 figs right now, and some of them are cuttings that I propagated myself. Some of them are, like I said, just sitting over there, unique in my area. But yeah, this is, I believe, yellow neck, long neck, yellow long neck, something like that. Yeah, so this one seems to suffer the most. It's very obvious, as you can see. And those over there are probably LSU. LSU seem to be holding up pretty well. LSU varieties, see? And when I inspected all the roots and stuff, a lot of them were infested, see? It's just, you could just feel it. Like if you just feel it up, you'll feel the bumps. But they're everywhere. There's no need for me to redo it. And so, the Italian honey, LSU, these seem to be holding up a little bit better. Okay, it's not like they're intact. Like, I know this Italian white here, this is a heavy producer and a very aggressive grower. But as you can see, by looking at it, it looks like it's struggling, and the one over there is doing much better than the one over here. There's another one. It needs a little bit more time, maybe a couple more days. I'll get to that one. So I will be eating some figs this season, which is wonderful. But I'm also going to be, see, like that same yellowneck. Yeah, very obvious problem. But it appeared to me when we got that one like dip in temperatures, and then it went up really high again. So it was 80 degrees for a couple of days, for a few days actually. And then we shot up 95, 96, and then I started seeing that stress, very aggressive over there. So I was like, okay, I have a big problem here. What is it? So I checked the soil. I'm like, okay, the soil is moist. There's no problem. And I've been watering it. I've been making sure that they get watered. I got sprinklers, and sometimes I just let the hose run. And I've been feeding them. I have added a lot of organic matter in the ground here since I started this project. But so like from my perspective, is like I know these figs are good underground as far as what I'm supposed to do for them. But above ground, as far as the root knot nematodes, I just didn't know that we have them so bad here. I didn't know. And I also honestly, I didn't realize that figs are so susceptible as well. And now that I've done a little bit of research on them, they seem to be one of the worst crops you can put in the ground in sandy soil in the south. Probably you'll have all kinds of issues. Yeah, and it's very possible that when you buy plants online, it's very possible that somebody might send you an infected plant. They don't know. Sometimes it hasn't gotten to the point where it's like really severe, and the seller doesn't know yet. Oh, another one. Oh yeah, this one's good. The seller may not know yet, and you become a victim of somebody else's mistake. Yeah, see, this is more whitish right here. Yeah, very sweet. The taste is like honey. That's why they call it that. Yeah, it's very good. And this plant probably is going to give me the most right here. I was able to get most of them fruiting, so my method was right. The technique was, successful. This one right here, even this one was the most, what do you call it, stubborn, and it didn't fruit for a while. And I kept trimming it, I kept tipping it, gave it fertilizer, high phosphorus fertilizer, and it started fruiting. It's got a few fruit here and there, but I'm not sure what variety this is, but this, from just the look of it, this seems to have the biggest leaves and the most robust, trunks. Everything else is more petite. This one is very robust and thick. But figs have started to pop up on this one. I don't know. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to have a whole bunch of figs this season because I have so many plants, right? So there's redundancy. There's some safety in that. And so far, the rust fungus, like if I see something like this, I got to go wear my gloves because, I have a problem. I can't touch too many leaves. I gotta touch them from here like the stem. I can't touch the actual leaf. But yeah, these lower ones that are infected with the rust fungus, I have to get those off, and I've been doing that. And I just I put them out where there's full sun and solarize them really well. And the fungus will die, and they'll turn into food for the soil, just like that. But yeah, as you can see, I've done this here. I cleared all of this up here, This one is, I believe, some sort of either Celeste or LSU. It has figs, but it needs time. And I'm not sure what to expect from this, but just by the look of it right here, I see like the ones that are doing well and resisting. The leaves are like pointed upwards and they're plumpy, and they just seem like they're happier. The ones that are struggling, they seem to be wilting a little bit. You know, like those over there. See how they're wilting? They're just not getting what they need. And I might have to get them out of the ground and perform some root pruning and put them in cleaner soil. But the ones that are doing better, they seem to be more plumpy. They seem to be actually producing figs and getting to the point of ripening them. So there it is. Yeah. So what am I supposed to do right now, right? I've done some research, and this particular issue, as far as the root knot nematodes, is specifically happening in sandy soil, right? Like warm, moist, sandy soil that lacks organic matter. So basically, low quality soil, right? And you don't find these as much in high organic content soil, and I can confirm that because most of my greenhouse plants in the pots, you know, the ones that are hybrid, you know, in pots with the bottoms open, a lot of those are very high in organic matter, and I don't have a single type, you know, I don't have a nematode issue over there. But the plants that I used mostly sand on, I have noticed that they have issues, even the ones in the pot. Yeah, so number one, I'm going to start adding more organic matter, and I'm talking about mulch. I have a lot of trees to cut down, and I have 11 acres of forest. I have tremendous amount of organic matter I can extract from this forest, and I'm going to build up, honestly, my entire property, everything, every planting area, my entire food forest is gonna be covered with mulch throughout the years. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to do this in a day or two, but everything. How much? About 12 to 16 inches probably of mulch. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and reapply. I'm gonna buy a 50-pound bag of mycorrhizal fungi and reapply some of that on it. I'm going to add this is what I've done for the tomatoes. I was telling you earlier that tomatoes last year was really horrible. Tomatoes this year is kind of better, and they produced a good amount. I'm going to add some ash to the soil, right? Ash contains all kinds of metals like lead and stuff, and in quantities that are not too harmful for people, really, if you're responsible with it, if you don't go overboard. But I'm going to start adding ash. I'm going to start adding wood chips. I'm going to start adding compost, direct compost in the ground. The plants that I done direct compost underneath them before I planted them, they seem to have done better. And when I looked at the roots, they don't seem to have a problem. I've not noticed any root knot nematodes in the ones that I have composted under prior to its planting. Yeah. Organic matter, ash, mycorrhizal fungi. What else? Now, one thing that I've been experimenting with is boring holes into the ground, right? And I don't know if you know that, but most people don't really understand this, you know, because they're taught weird, you know. They think plants breathe CO2 and breathe out oxygen. Really, it's not that simple. The roots in the ground, they all breathe oxygen. They need oxygen, and above ground they take CO2 and they take the carbon from that and convert it into, you know, the tree matter that you see, and the oxygen is released as a byproduct. But the ground needs oxygen, right? And the plants, they don't have the system like we do, you know, where we breathe and the blood takes it all over the place. No, it's not like that for plants. Plants actually, the roots need it directly in the ground. They need to be breathing down there. So most plants, they go about couple deeps, maybe three deep max into the ground, and they stay in that area, except for taproot plants like this one right here. These what do you call them, pawpaws. These are taproot plants, and they go deep into the ground. And I believe some certain varieties of jujube are also tappers. I think persimmon is also one of those, because when I looked at the roots, they go deeper, so they do well with that. And well, there's multiple varieties and species of trees that go into the ground, tapping for water and seeking shelter from insects and stuff, and they do a good job at it. But figs is not one of those. Figs is kind of it's a shallow grower, so it goes down about 2-3 feet deep, probably max 3 feet. And if you look into it, it's probably like very little root system down there. But what you can do, you can bore holes into the ground, so you let the oxygen go down there, right? Because the oxygen is what's causing these plants to kind of hold back from going deeper, right? So if the roots go deeper into the ground in an area where there's no oxygen, they rot, right? And they go bad. But if you bore holes and you allow oxygen to get into the ground, I believe that the plants will actually go, the plant root system will go deeper into the ground, seeking moisture and nutrients. And better believe there's a whole bunch of that down there, because when you go into the ground, it's more compacted and things don't percolate into the ground as easy. So if I can get these plants to access some of that, that's also wonderful. What else? I'm going to keep feeding them organic and synthetic fertilizer. I'd say the synthetic, I want to be careful. I don't want to add too much of that, but I'm gonna stick to about 2-3 feedings a year, and I'm only gonna go with high phosphorus, lower nitrogen synthetic fertilizer. I'd say 10-30-20. That's what I use, and I like how it works. It's pretty good. That'll help with the production of more roots. And I might add a little bit of sulfur to kind of, not in the same time, but maybe outside of my ash feeding. Maybe wait a month or two, then add a little bit of sulfur there to bring up the soil acidity. And so as far as like what I can give to the plants directly, that's what I'm going to give them. Now, in addition to that, I believe these plants can resist, and they can fight back, right? In ways that aren't so obvious to us, right? So I need to help them out in the summertime. This is not very healthy for them right now. It's too hot. Sometimes it gets too humid. They get fungus on them. They get insects eating and sucking their saps. So I'm gonna provide a 50% shade, like I did over there for my vegetables and the greenhouse as well. 50% shade for these in the summertime when temperatures go above 85-90 degrees. That'll give the plant more comfort to grow a better root system. I'm not sure if these plants can actually produce and provide chemicals that can affect the root knot nematodes. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I know that if you plant plants from the mustard family, like the French marigold, and those are supposedly good with reducing the population of nematodes. So I'm going to probably plant I'm planting them everywhere around here and chopping them down and keep that cycle maybe a couple of times a year, every year, and see how that works out. And What else? I'm not gonna use nemicides. I've heard it's they're very toxic. Even just the handling them is toxic, so I'm not gonna go to that. I'm not dealing with that. That seems to be a big no-no. So I'm not gonna add poison into my soil where I plan to grow food. Anyways, so let's recap the solution. Heavy mulching, direct composting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add some on top into the mulch as well, so that mulch gets processed quickly. Planting French marigolds, boring holes into the ground using auger. I'm going to go about 6 feet deep. And what else? 2-3 times high phosphorus fertilizer application. I would say every 2 months maybe. And during the beginning of the season and in the middle of the season. And I will refrain from doing that at the end. When these plants go dormant, I'm going to add a substantial layer of ash everywhere. I'm going to cover the ground with it. Now I know that's going to mess with the soil pH. It's going to raise the alkalinity. Those plants are already in dormant state, so by the time the spring comes, I'm going to add that sulfur alongside with the fertilizer, and I'm going to bring that soil acidity back. Now the synthetic fertilizer itself does that already, so the sulfur is going to be just to counter the effect of alkalinity that I added to the soil by adding ash. And the 50% shade cloth and consistent watering. That's it. That's my plan. And we'll see. Outside of that, I'm also going to be considering keeping these plants a little less stressed by pruning them more. So as you can see, this one right here has been a champion of growth. But I believe I should cap each plant's trunk count to maybe 4. I'd say 4 is a very good number. It'll allow a lot of air circulation. It will give the plant more energy to grow roots and less fruit. Obviously, I'm going to have less fruit, but if you consider what's happening here, I'm not going to have a whole lot this year anyways, so I might have more considering what has happened to me this year compared to this year. Yeah, I can probably get more fruit out of these. I will probably pluck all of these right here, these ones here, probably get rid of those. I'm considering getting rid of these right here, and this one, possibly this one. The ones that have shown extra struggle, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those. When I say get rid of those, I'm just probably gonna put them in a 20-gallon, 25-gallon pot and grow them in pots somewhere where they can get infected. But I will pull them out of the ground and I'll make a video showing you guys what's going on, and plant something else. Honestly, if something isn't working, it's not working. It's part of my experiment to find the varieties that would work here and move along from the varieties that seem to struggle the most, right? Because this is a very heavy investment for me in life. I've been working on this for years now. I spent a lot of money, and I need to be paid back. I need my ROI to be high. Anyways, I will probably stick to these right here. This one seems to be doing well. This one, this gigantic one, seems to be doing well and it's resisting. Seems to have a good root knot nematode resistance. This one right here, I think I'm not sure what, it looks healthy, but when we had that heat wave, all the fruits dried up and dropped. And I need to open it up, honestly. Like, I'm going to take one and open it up later. I need to use a knife and see if it's, I hope I didn't buy a male. Because these online stores, it's so disappointing. I'm going to make a video about that and show you guys some things that I've dealt with so far that has been very, very, very disappointing. You buy stuff online and some of the stuff that comes to you, it's a bust. They send you different varieties. They sent you infected, diseased trees. Some people just have absolutely no integrity. Others are ignorant. We live in a shitty world here, guys. It's really not easy just dealing with this. I feel like just me trying out so many different varieties, buying from so many different resources is kind of one of the bigger issues that I've created for myself so far. But I don't know what else to do, you know. It's just these things, what I'm doing here, these food forest projects and just homegrown stuff isn't, for some reason people aren't about it. So I don't know anybody around here that's openly welcoming people to come and you know, benefit them from their experience and give them plans that worked out for them. And so, like, I want to be kind of that person at some point. And you know, during the years, I'd like to open my doors and have people come and either sell them or just maybe give them. I don't know. You know, the varieties that worked, and show them my methods and let them have it. You know, this is food production. This is not it's not like secrets that I'd like to keep for myself. Even though I invested like hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy this property and come here, and I invested a lot in these plants and these varieties, so much effort, so much time invested in this. So, you know, for me, it's a massive investment. And you know, while I'd love to kind of do something with plants and I don't know, sell plants, sell food. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the future, as you know, for a profession to produce resources for myself and my family. But as you know, if somebody comes to me and asks how I'm doing something, I'm going to let them know. And if they ask about the variety, I'm going to let them know. And if they ask about my challenges, my problems, and my successes, I'll let them know. So that's the whole point, right? This world needs as much goodness as possible, and if you come across some goodness that can benefit people, you know, why not spread it? Why not share? Anyways, I think we talked about a whole lot, that whatever has happened so far, and it's not a complete bust. As you can see, I've been eating some figs, and I think I'm going to continue to eat for a little bit, but I believe the majority of my trees are struggling. The ones that are resistant, I'm going to propagate more of those. The ones that are fighting back, they seem to be survivors, so I'm going to get more of those and spread them all over the place. The ones that are struggling, I'm going to get them out. I'm going to root prune, and I'll make a little video about that for those of you that are hesitant to do something like that. I've already done that before, so I'll show you. I'm pretty sure I can teach you a thing or two and about heavy root pruning and how you can save plants that are infected. Yeah. Outside of that, stay tuned. As far as figs, we're gonna revisit this next season, okay? There's not much else I can do this season other than just maintenance and stuff, and stick to the plan I mentioned to you earlier, okay? That'll probably end the video right here. And I know this has been a heartbreaker for me, and I know it is probably for a lot of you when you deal with stuff like this, but it's just another challenge, you know? It's just another thing that you have to deal with in life. And the thing I love about this food forest project of mine is it's teaching me so much about real life. It's teaching me so much about what to expect from the world and how to position myself, how to protect myself from these disappointments, and going through all this hardship It just toughens you up, but also humbles you and allows you to lower your ego and up your confidence when you succeed, you know? So it's a matter of just keeping going, fighting back, and staying patient and vigilant. All right, guys, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.